So the 5-star shout out.
I'm not gonna say it because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in. You can't make you know what I'm talking about.
Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning. Welcome to the side, Jawn. I'm your host, Sharon, the chocolate writer. How y'all doing today? It's bright and sunny out here. We had rain, a lot of rain earlier in the week, but now the sun is shining, no more rain. So I'm feeling pretty good today. Had a great week. So glad to have you this morning. As you're coming in, please make sure to like and share the show. I don't have a producer today, so if you can get the word out and share it, and you can watch us here on Facebook or on YouTube, on my channel or the Ignorant Thinkers podcast channel, either one. And so let's get started. I have a very good show for you today. Recently, we lost some pretty special people in the music industry. So today is going to be another one of our I Love Music series episodes. And we're going to talk a little bit about some of the people in the music industry we lost recently. I'm going to start with Fat Man Scoop. Yeah, if you all know who Fat Man Scoop is, he's an icon in hip hop. He's probably one of the most recognizable hype man in hip hop. That voice is so distinctive. He's probably best known for his appearance on Missy Elliott's Lose Control. If you remember that, music make you, you know. And he even won a Grammy for performing that song. I think it was a Grammy. It probably was a Grammy for performing that song, which on stage, live for the award show. So he did a great job, and he was a great addition for that song. Without him, I don't think the song would have hit the same. So anyway, he was only 53. He passed out while on stage performing out in Connecticut. They rushed him to the hospital, but they were unable to revive him. His tour manager did a nice tribute to him, and he said that I'm honestly lost for words. You took me all over the world and had me performing alongside you on some of the biggest and greatest stages on this planet. The things you taught me have truly made me the man I am today. Thank you so much. I love you. But like I said, that performance of his on Lose Control got him that Grammy for the best short form music video and a nomination for the best rap song. He also had a couple of other awards that he received. You might also remember him on Sierra's remix of Level Up. He did a collaboration with Timbaland called Drop, and he also did a collaboration with DJ Kool, the rapper well known for It Takes Two. But only 53. I mean, he was very young. It was quite shocking when we got the news. I'm sure everybody was quite shocked by that. So rest in peace, Fat Man Scoop. And if you liked Fat Man Scoop, put it in the comments listing what his favorite appearance was that you remember. Just put it in the comments. But moving on, there was someone else who died in the music arts industry. She was not a musician, but she was a ballerina. and she was a Black ballerina, which made her even more special. Her name was Michaela Mabinti DePrince from New Jersey, and she passed away on September the 10th. Um, Michaela was born in Sierra Leone. She had vitiligo, which is a condition where if your skin is darker, it'll have lighter spots on it. You may have seen people walk around with that skin condition. Where she was from, she used to get treated really cruelly because of her condition. She was shunned by the community and all of that. And her adoptive parents decided to adopt her and bring her to the United States, I believe in 99. She later went on to study ballet and started dancing with the Dance Theater of Harlem, where she became the youngest ballerina to be featured in a principal role. And she also performed with the Boston Ballet. She appeared on Dancing with the Stars, but I think most of you might remember her in her appearance in the short film for Lemonade with Beyonce on Lemonade for the song Freedom. She's in that video. And Beyonce gave a tribute to her as well. And it was just so shocking. She was only 29 years old, which was just so young. You know, she was young and just really getting started in life, it seemed. But she passed away. But oddly enough, the really strange twist to the story is that her adoptive mother actually ended up passing away the very next day on September 11th. So Michaela dies on September 10th. The family doesn't tell her mom that she died because her mom is prepping for surgery herself. And while they were preparing her for surgery, she passed away. And so her family said that the only solace that they had is that their mother, Elaine, was able to pass away not knowing that she had lost her child. But it's a very heartbreaking story for her family. But if you've never seen her dance, everyone who has seen her described her as just breathtaking on stage. Her elegance, the way the fluidity of her moves, they just said she was just amazing. And it's so sad for her to be cut down at such a young age. So rest in peace, Michaela DePrince. The third one I'm going to go over, Uncle Frankie. We lost a big one. We lost Frankie Beverly from Frankie Beverly and Maze, or Maze featuring Frankie Beverly. Some people call it one way or the other, but we lost him and he was only 77 years old. You know, he had recently retired from touring. And when he made the announcement that he was retiring from touring, I got really scared at that moment because I said, you know, when they do that, a lot of the times they're not here much longer. And so I was afraid, and he died Tuesday morning. And like I said, he was 77. Oh, I'm sorry, he died Monday, September the 10th. And the family released a statement, and it said, grieving the loss of a loved one is a deeply personal and emotional experience. During this time, as we are navigating feelings of sorrow, reflection, and remembrance, we kindly ask for privacy and understanding, allowing us the space to grieve in our own way. This period for us is one of healing, and your respect for our need for solitude is appreciated as we honor the memory of our beloved Howard Stanley Beverly, known to the world as Frankie Beverly. He lived his life with pure soul, as one would say, and for us, no one did it better. He lived for his music, family, and friends. Love one another as he would want that for us all. And so he was born December 6, 1946, and he passed away September 10, 24. So that's the statement from his family. His greatness is, I mean, it's immeasurable. what happened after the announcement of his death was nothing short of shocking. Four of his songs, I'm sorry, three of his songs charted in the top 10 on Billboard's R&B charts. Since this week, just since it happened. Before I Let Go, Joy and Pain, and Golden Time of Day. And believe it or not, Golden Time of Day, well, it's between Golden Time of Day and Happy Feelings for me. I think it might be Happy Feelings is my favorite. But we all know Before I Let Go, remade by Beyonce, and people were upset that she remade it. But that's a classic. I don't know a black barbecue or cookout, I should say. I don't know a black barbecue or cookout, party, wedding, reception that I have not heard that song played, Before I Let Go. It's in movies, it's everywhere. And it charted at number 2. It went all the way up to number 2 just this week after the news of his death. So that's really an honor to Philadelphia-born Frankie Beverly. From what I understand, when you saw them in concert, it was like watching your family or your uncles and cousins and them perform on stage. They welcomed you in, and it just made you feel like you were at the cookout. And so people can leave tributes. I believe on one of his social media pages, it's either IG or Facebook. You can leave tributes there. But again, he was only 77 years old. Recently, I saw a video of his last performance. So if you go to YouTube and just search by his last performance, you can check that out. But a legend. And then we have something that really kind of shook me up, which is the death of Tito Jackson. The Jackson 5 for me was the first, I guess, musicians, stars, or what have you, that I just fell in love with when I was a kid. The Jackson 5 was the first concert my sister and I ever attended. I remember my mom and dad took us to Hara Arena to see the Jackson 5. And they got down. And you talking about somebody happy. The Jackson 5 was just amazing. And Tito was the bass player. I believe it was Jermaine who played the electric guitar, but Tito played the bass guitar. And, you know, Tito often was like the brunt of the punchline. You know, he was a little thicker. He always had a hat on, and people would say, oh, Tito Jackson. But Tito was very talented. And what people don't know, he wrote a lot of the music scores for some of their music. And he performed like solo with other bands. Other artists asked him to feature on their work as a bass player. He was awesome. But the main thing that, that stars and his family that I've noticed that they've been saying is what a genuinely good brother he was. Like, there's a video or an article of him at his brother Michael Jackson's Star on the Walk of Hall of Fame. And he is on his hands and knees cleaning the star with a brush. You can see him scrubbing it. He didn't pay somebody to go out there and do it. He did it himself. He always looked for an opportunity to honor his brother Michael. He once described Michael as the greatest entertainer to ever live, and he meant that. But Tito was a very big part of the Jackson 5. He provided some of the harmony in the background vocals and then that bass guitar. But I'm thinking about the song Stop the Love You Save. I can hear that bass riff on that song right now as I'm talking. But what's your favorite Jackson 5 song? You can put that in the comments for us today. I have to tell you, I have to apologize to you. My show is a lot shorter today for one reason. Right before it was time for me to load up and come on, of course, my wonderful PC decided that it was time to update. And it cut off and updated before I was able to save my entire show that I had written out for you guys with many more facts. I had some videos loaded up to show you of some of their performances and everything. But all of a sudden the screen pops up, updating. Please don't don't turn off your computer. When I turned it back on at, I think it was 9:59 exactly, everything was gone except for the information that I was able to share with you here. So it's a quick show today, but nonetheless, I just wanted to pay tribute to 4 very important people in the music industry that we've lost recently. So in the comments, put your favorite amazing Frankie Beverly song, your Jackson 5 song, your Fat Man Scoop moment. And then if you're not familiar with Michaela, like I said, just go over to YouTube and search for her. She is absolutely beautiful on stage. Okay. So thanks a lot again for joining us for the Side Jawn this morning. The last thing I'm going to leave you with is this: tomorrow is never promised. If losing them suddenly is any indicator, tomorrow is not promised. If there's something that you've always wanted to do and you haven't done it yet, start making plans to do it and get serious about it. If there's someone that you have something going on with and you're estranged or there's some issue, resolve it. You don't want to go away from here with issues between you and another person. Or you don't want that other person to pass away and then you regret not patching things up with them. So do it today. Why not today? There's no time like the present. All right? And you only get one life. So take care of yourselves out there, okay? And again, short show today, less than 20 minutes, but we're still the Side Jawn.
I do something called the 5-star shout out.
I'm gonna say this line. I'm not gonna say it because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in. You can't make a. You know what I'm talking about.